This is real hip-hop. It's that up. Listen. Yo, hey, yo, you ain't heard of me yet. How I murdered the set. Hit my words are a threat. Hit to serve and protect. Then earn your respect. Hit the urban collect. You don't deserve my respect. You a rapper, not a killer or a murder suspect. I spit the truth. Niggas wanna change the subject. So callous, rhymes unchallenged. Been around the atlas, your shit's disastrous. Beat bastards who want clashes. Me, Ali, you cashes. Been around forever, you'll never outlast us. Any question, ask us. Bought a baseball glove to basketball practice? Don't let your lips run loosely, groupie. Your favorite rapper, he's a goofy. And they all on that silly shit. While Edo stay on that gilly shit.
Peace, what's good, world? My name is EDO G. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm a, product of the 70s. I was born in 1970. So I grew up in the 70s, grew up with, soul music, dance music, disco, all of that stuff. Rap wasn't even, around when I was born. You know what I mean? It just came into play. And when I got a little older, probably about I say 10, 11, that's when my mom's first brought the first hip hop record in the house, Curtis Blow, the Christmas rap. And then the breaks after that. So that was my introduction to hip hop. And I started out as a b-boy, breakdancing, trying to be a graffiti writer. I was pretty trash at that. And I was a good b-boy, and then I kind of transitioned into rapping at around 1984, 85. Put out my first record in 1991. It's called Life of a Kid in the Ghetto. It has songs that some of the OGs will be familiar with. I Gotta Have It, Be a Father to Your Child, and Bugaboo. Second album, Roxbury 02119. Songs like Love Comes and Goes, Streets of the Ghetto, Skinny Dip. That's my early career.
I hope tomorrow bring a brighter day. Right away, you need me, I'm there, I'm just a flight away. A mother's tears don't wipe away. I don't shy away. Out front, never hide away. I hope tomorrow we can stop
myself a conscious rapper. That's what I try to put out into the music. It's a message in the music, but it's not a message that's going to don't do drugs, it's not a message like that. It's a message like this that you gotta listen to, maybe listen back again and get it. So I always wanted to, make music that inspired people, and music helped me. So, if I'm feeling a certain way, you listen to a certain kind of music, it gives you that energy that you need. And it feeds the soul. So for me, I always wanted to make that kind of music that people could get something from, at the end of the day, because the music that I like to listen to, I get something from it. You know what I mean? It makes me feel good in this way or that way. So I wanted to, be an artist that makes that kind of music. And, the artists that I looked up to, the, Chuck D's, the KRS, the Big Daddy Kane, even though, you would say PE was just straight conscious, you had somebody like KRS who on his first album, he had a 9mm. He was gangster and conscious. He was in the streets and conscious. So I consider myself in that kind of vein where, I'm from the streets. I grew up in the streets. I grew up in a rough, area in Boston, but I'm still conscious. I'm still able to see through all of the bullshit that goes on in the streets and try to talk to, my brothers and my people on how we can do better. I'm always trying to do better than what we did.
No love for me, your love funny, blood money. Either run with me or you run from me. Same state, plain hate, my game straight. Talk about food, niggas gain weight. I got the will to kill you and build you, the skill to clean up your mildew until you pick up the bill too. And realize, homie, food don't only feed you, infuse you. Dead rappers, fans, they all mourners, horrors, bullets like mortars, life shorter, the streets no honor. I try to warn you, friends, they like foreigners, right upon you, informers.
From my own experiences, so you know, I wasn't out in the street shooting guns and robbing people. I mean, I did stuff back in the days when I was younger, but that wasn't something that I've ever wanted to promote because I don't like promoting negativity. So, you know, everything I want the sun to be shining. I want everybody to be happy. And so for me, it's, you know, you can talk street shit like a KRS. Nobody's gonna walk up to KRS and smack him. You know, he's from the street, but he's conscious. And you know, that's my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? There's guys who are hardcore, but they conscious. You know what I mean? You know? We ain't living in the street life, but we will fuck you up. Don't get it twisted. We not suckers. We not trying to be hippies and peace and love everything, because when it really, you know, comes to we men, and we're gonna stand on man principles. But you know, before that, we use our brains. Intelligence is first, so we want people to think before we, you know, get emotional, because the emotions take over. You know what I'm saying? So I always, one of my favorite lines is just use your brain. Use your brain. That's what it's there for.
Listen, I pop out, only criminals cop out, get knocked out by a high school dropout. Picture this, now you cropped out, stomped out by humans when I hop out. Old keys, now you locked out. I walked out, great talent, you lost out, crossed out, forced out. Not renewing your contract, I locked out, without a doubt. Yo, kilo, toe, layer by layer, hater by hater, running with a city.
Big difference. I mean, when I first started in the 80s, you know, you couldn't, I mean, to put out an independent record, it was like, it was going nowhere, because the major labels controlled everything, the radio, all of that. So it was a machine in the 80s and 90s that, and up to the early 2000s, until the digital age came into play. So for me, starting in the 80s, you know, you had to get a record deal. Everyone was trying to get a record deal. Who was going to New York, who was going to LA, trying to get a deal, sending demos, meetings, blah. That era ended, you know, after the digital age came, and then you have a guy like Soulja Boy, who comes out of nowhere and blows up off of ringtones. Remember ringtones, people? Ringtones. Like, so then you had, you know, a different way to get on. Now, you know, you look at a Chief Keef, he was on house arrest, making videos at home in his kitchen, and became a huge celebrity. So the powers didn't have control into this new age. The powers don't have the control that they had over the artists. That's why they started creating these 360 deals, which was popular maybe like 10 years ago, where you sign to a record company and they get everything. They'll give you maybe $5 million up front, but they own your merch, they own everything. They get a piece of your show, your performance, everything. That's what 360 means, everything. So we're just, you know, for me to come from sending demos to being able to be home and make a video from my house if I want to now and just put it out, you know, you had to go through all of these channels. And now we as artists, I think is the best time for us, because we have all the power now. We can decide when we want to put it out, what day. We can put it out at 8, 8:30, 6. Some weirdo shit, just because you want to, like anything. So now we have the power and we control, you know, our product and our music, man. So for me, we're in the best time. You know, some people look at it in a, you know, a negative way. I look at the positive way of what you can do with the technology and how many more people you can reach. Because remember, without MTV, you guys wouldn't have known any of the US rappers. Radio, cool, but what do they look like? Now I gotta go buy a cover. Is that really them on the cover? Who knows? I mean, the 80s was, in, you know, into the 90s. So now you can discover, we can connect with each other much easier. Like, I can connect with anybody around the planet like that. Before, they would have to write a fan letter to my cousin's house. It's just like, so now I just think we're in a great time, and we are more connected than ever, you know what I'm saying, as a planet. And we can reach way more people than we could reach back in the days with the labels spending all this money that they're eventually, you got to pay back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yo, I'm better online. We can find the clear mind. Long distance air time. 3,000 miles away. We talking 3 times a day, running away. Hey, escaping all realities. YouTube links and text a sweet balladry. Challenge me, make a smile, blush naturally. Balance me, shine to start a new chapter. B after B. Ain't no lies to see.
It was everywhere, and I know everybody was reposting it. So I didn't actually see or hear what he said, but I kind of got the gist. You know, the Grammys, obviously, they have been shitting on hip hop forever. You know, I mean, the first Grammy, you know, went to Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff, and they didn't go. They was at an alternative, you know, party, and they didn't go to accept it because they wouldn't let them come on stage and accept it. They wanted to just say the best hip hop was da da da, and now to the next, you know. So we wasn't accepting that, and they didn't accept us, and now, you know, hip hop controls everything. And of course, you're gonna have people that are gonna be mad this way or that way. Some people didn't want to go. A lot of people went. They had my name up there under the 50 years, so shout out to the Grammys for that, for, you know, or whoever was like, we got to put EDO G and the Bulldogs up in there. Whoever did that, shout out to you. So, you know, I mean, everybody has their own opinions. You know, Chris is obviously very strong opinionated, and, you know, what he says holds a lot of weight, and, you know, he didn't go because he didn't want to go, so, you know. But I still didn't see it. I got to watch it. But I heard it was a great show. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. It's on YouTube. It's there. I'm going to watch it and see how it looked. But they said it turned out pretty well, man. And, you know, just to have all of those generations of hip-hop together is a good thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the new school cats, you know, and you got the pioneers all in one room, all partying together. And trust me, after those Grammy shows, everyone was together at some after party, and everybody was, you know, chopping it up. So that's the good thing about, you know, when you have events like that, you really get to build with other artists and, you know, talk to them in a not business setting. You know, it's just, we're all here, we're all together, we having a convo, you know. I mean, even my own worst enemy with Pete Rock. When I did the Greatest Day in Hip Hop, the XXL cover, where you have everybody was on. I don't know if you ever seen that. It's called The Greatest Day in Hip Hop. It's XXL, the magazine.
Yeah. Had
a cover, triple fold out. Literally everybody's on the cover. And we were all just there taking a picture. Everybody's there. That day, me and Pete was building, let's do a project. So shit like that comes out of those, when you get all these different artists from everywhere and different generations together, a lot of good shit comes from those gatherings. You know what I'm saying? It's a gathering of the greats. So, you know, there's a whole bunch of greatness all around you, man, and you building with this one, that one, you get this number, let's do this, and it's just, you know what I mean. So I think those gatherings, those are good, and a lot, you know, last year, the 50th year was amazing all over the States. I haven't seen hip-hop like that since probably the 90s, the way it was last year. It was insane.
Now my man never had problems. He got killed, niggas had to rob him. They knew when they did it, they couldn't get away with it, so they killed him, took the dough and split it. Thinking about the money, not his 4 kids. Couple got caught, now they doing bids. Loot is worth more than a life. Niggas living trife. My man had 4 kids and a wife. The kids don't have a father, wife don't have a husband. Because when you did what you did, the future of his kids.
First of all, I like what they do by themselves. So, you know, collaborating them. I mean, Premier, of course, you had to get a Preem. It's just, if you in hip hop and you don't have that, man, I don't you know what I'm saying? So, of course, we had to do that. And the Pete doing a whole project with him was, you know, way more amazing than doing a song. So, do the song with Preem, because that's what you do. Doing a whole project with Preem is impossible. So, Pete, do a whole project with him. Ace, we collaborated because we just were on a bunch of different featurings together. Like, someone would do a beat, call me, yo, I want you to be on the song. Call him, yo, I want you to be on this song. And we ended up having like 4 or 5 different features together, just not us saying, yo, let's do some shit, just random. And then we did a show together, and we freaking was just like, yo, let's do a mixtape, because at the time this was like 2000, I'd say 6, 7, somewhere around there. So it was like, let's do a mixtape, because it was still mixtapes. Like, like, let's just put out a mixtape with the collaborations, do a couple of new songs, you know, throw it out there. And that didn't happen. And long story short, we ended up just saying, man, let's just do a whole project together. My man Serge actually brought us together, and we started it, and then we kind of finished it. So it's all just, man, it's all organic. It's not like forcing any kind of collaboration. Like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So I like to work with people who I think are super dope, and I think we would sound good together, you know, doing something. So
now just throw your hands up in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you're ready to rock with the EDO G, somebody say, oh yeah, oh yeah, louder, oh yeah, oh yeah, louder, oh yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to do a group,
a
group thing, because you know, the Bulldogs really didn't rap back in the days. They rapped, but you know, so I wanted to do a collaborative project with my man Jason from Special Teams. That's my brother. So me and him, we had groups before Special Teams. We did 2 albums with 2 other artists. R.I.P. my man Big Juan. The name of the original group was called The Last Word. We did an album with him. He went and started doing his thing, so we couldn't put it out. Then we did a new album with Crumb Snatcher, same name. Crumb went and did his thing, so we couldn't put it out. Then we ended up finding Jason Found Slain. I was like, this is the last freaking, we already did 2 albums, bro. We ain't put shit out. I'm not gonna do, if this dude's not dope, and he turned out to be dope, and it all worked out. And then I called up Duck Down, and I had them put the project out so we could get, you know, a lot of press and people could know, because it's a new group. So who the hell is Special Teams? Who's that? What is that? You know what I mean? Like, so and that was the introduction to that. And you know, I called all my friends, called all of Duck Down. We had everybody on there: Sean Price, Buckshot, got a Pete Rock on there, Ill Bill. Slain had brought Ill Bill on there. It was a great album. Really dope, dope piece of work. You know what I'm saying?
Little white, little mama, with little Zane, little brother, little John, and little Fame. Real hip hop, not about your little chain. Little Kiki, little Kimmer, little Freaky, little Fizz illegal with little Maliki, little Mo, little Bow Wow, and Beat.
Those type of guys are making is, you know, more negative music, and a lot of that drill rap is mainly just beef. It's not even rap, it's just beef. You know, somebody talking about what they're gonna do to who they got a problem with, and then they get killed. It's like that kind of, we've never seen anything like that in hip hop. You know, Tupac and Biggie destroyed the whole, like that made everybody be like, whoa, 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 whoa. We can't be doing this. But now, this generation, and I wouldn't even consider a lot of those, and you know, RIP to all of those dead souls, but I wouldn't even consider a lot of those guys like, you know, rappers besides the ones that really blew up, because there's so many of them that put out, you know, 2, 1 song, 3 songs, and then they're dead. It's like they don't even have a body of work to, you know, lean on. So I just think that the generation is lost with the gangbanging and, you know, talking about each other. It's a bad thing, man. That is no good for hip hop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can make drill music, but just not drill kill music. You know what I'm saying? Keep the death out of it. Put a party in it. Put a girl in there. Say boom, we good. The beats are good. People like to dance to it. Say boom, the young generation, that's what y'all do. But you know, put some positivity in the music. And I think like cats like Little Durk, he had a song with J. Cole. That's a really positive song that I was playing on the radio a lot. Not my favorite music. This is not the type of music it's for that generation. But I'm happy that they are now seeing the destruction that all of the stuff that they was doing in the past caused, and they seeing it, and now they looking at it from a different eye, like, man, now I could be, you know, the one to help change the culture of that. So I think it's gonna, you know, it's gonna take them, the young cats, you know, and with some guidance from the OGs, but it's gonna take them to change that shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's a bad thing, man.
C'était juste pour lui dire, est-ce que c'est pas une spirale en fait de l'homme noir par lui-même en fait?
Ah, okay.
En fait qui
He wanna know, like, it's not because of the black men, they're just doing the same, like, over and over.
Now it's more gang. It's more gang related. All of that stuff is all gang related. So, you know, that's street shit, and of course, black gangs kill black gangs. Yeah. Latin gangs kill Latin gangs. Asian gangs kill Asian. Like, there's no cross, you know, unless you live in LA, then you might have Mexicans and blacks. But that's it. Usually gangs are killing the same people who look exactly the same. You know what I mean? So that's how the gangs are in America, and that stuff is more, it's not, you know, it's creating way more violence on top of, because the music is promoting the violence, and you see a guy put a song out and then 2 days later he's dead, or 10 hours later he's on live and he's shot, you know. So they're just really, they have to learn to respect one another, and they have to learn respect, because they don't have no respect for dead people. They don't have no respect for parents. They don't have respect for, you know, OGs, elders, nothing. The respect is lost. So when you have a generation that just don't care, they're not scared of their mother or their father, they definitely not going to be scared of you. If you ain't scared of home, nothing's going to scare you. Nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it starts in the house. I wouldn't do certain shit when I was young because I was too scared I was gonna get fucked up by my moms when I got home. I knew if I did this and shit, it's over. You know what I mean? Okay. So your kids, when you have kids, they need to be scared of you. Don't be friends. You could be friends, but be parents, man. Be parents. Yeah. Don't be. We ain't friends. You are the kid. You know what I'm saying? You're my friend, yeah, but you my kid. We don't have the relationship like me and my boys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah, man, just the respect.
It's got me ready to bust. Guru, rest the big. Guru, rest the big. Guru, rest the big. Guru, rest the big. Hey. Do you wanna mess with this? Hey. cool, y'all. One love.
Black Lives Matter. Oh yeah, when you know, that movement was started, it was good. It definitely, you know, pushed certain laws and certain actions with the protests. But then, just like the bullshit, they start getting a lot of money and they start spending it, buying cars, Black Lives Matter, like, so,
Yeah.
the organization, I think they, like, right now, I don't even know if it exists anymore because they did some bullshit with money and they went to court and jail. I don't even know. So, you know, we don't really have any strong black organizations in America like we used to have. I mean, that movement was nice. It moved a little bit, and then, you know, money comes and people start acting crazy when they get money. So I don't know what's become of that movement, but I like what it created. It created the light so people could see all the bullshit that been going on for years and years and years and years and years. But now we got phones, we got cameras, so you can see it yourself. White people, that was a wake-up call for white people in America who, you know shit is happening, but if you don't really see it, you know, you just like a racehorse. You like this with blinders. You're not looking to the sides. You're looking straight ahead in your everyday life. So that opened up the eyes to America, you know, to respect black people, respect black men, respect black women. We here. We're not going nowhere. You know, we need to be treated exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we tore shit up, to make sure shit is the same. Just like y'all tear shit up in France. When y'all don't like something, y'all tear shit up.
I saw you the day before your death, before you took your last breath. How many of my real niggas are still left? A lot get killed, filled the wooden box. They went out like docs. I could picture when you went down, just like a Bex. Here one day.
It's the early guys. I mean, back to BDP, KRS, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, De La Soul.
Yeah.
There was a lot of guys throughout the 80s, Just Ice, a lot of 80s rappers that were really dope, but they didn't have a lot of albums back then. It was more 12-inch, single. So there was a lot of guys, man, but Houdini was one of my favorite groups, the Fat Boys. Like, I loved all that. I had posters of all those guys on my walls. I had their records. I just was, you know, one of those hip-hop kids, man, that's just like buying records, listening to the headphones, and just posters on the wall, all of the shit, man. So those guys really inspired me. And then there was some local artists in Boston who was doing their thing around the city, and, you know, they inspired as well. TDS Mob, they were like one of the first Boston groups to have a video on Rap City on BET. And, you know, I seen that like 89. I'm like, oh shit, like, whoa, like these dudes are from here. So we can actually do this. You know, it gives you that inspiration to know that you could be on there too. So, those were my main, you know, the 80s. That was it, man. Those guys, everything that came out. The Juice Crew, of course. You know, they was like those MCs, you know. Yeah, Kane, G-Rap, Ace. Craig G is one of my hip-hop brothers that I love. Shout out to Craig G. It's one of the first guys I met in hip-hop when I was recording my first album. Showed me mad love. We've been cool. We actually just did a show together at Cool Keith like a couple months ago with Cool Keith. So, yeah, man. So a lot of those guys inspired me, man. And then getting to meet them when I came into the game was like, come on, man.
Make music, we make music, y'all. Hip hop music, y'all. We make
when whack shit came to mind, we thought of you. I know it bother you, might bother you. Edo with audio, Godfather you, scary rappers, we startle you, bullets hollow you. It's real what I'm proud to do. Anyone can shoot, but it's all about the follow through. I know it's hard to do, give a whole party you. You people eating, the rest, they all starving you. With beef cooking, I was a cowboy in the middle like Keith Brookins. Meet Boston, caught in the net, meet Brooklyn. Real right here, don't need to keep looking. Any beat EDO G on, I go above, beyond. Shine like neon for eons. Rappers get peed on. When bad things happen, good people respawn. We make music, y'all. That hip-hop music, y'all. Let's do this. We make music, y'all. That hip-hop music. That hip-hop. Make music.
We make music, y'all.
That hip-hop
Music, y'all.
make music. We make music, y'all. That hip-hop music, y'all. We make music. We make music.